this? What in the fuck?
Oh, dude, what's going on?
What do you mean, what's going on? What the fuck are you doing here?
Dude, I was training. I was getting ready for my dojo fight.
Training? It's fucking 1 in the morning, man. You made me come out here to pick you up from training?
Yeah. It's dojo time at 1 in the morning.
Okay.
Do you think they're gonna allow me in these clothes, in this physique, into the dojo at any other time?
I don't know. I don't go to dojos myself. That it also looked like that guy was about to rob you, and then
Oh, he was.
was he?
Yeah, absolutely.
He looked like he was up to no good.
Before you got there was also another Jesus type character that also tried to rob me. But he realized that I didn't have any money.
I spent it all at the dojo.
Correction, it was taken from me at the dojo.
Cool. You guys fight for money?
No.
At the dojo? They
just took it.
they just beat you up and took your money. That's good, man.
That's why I'm training, so they can stop taking my money.
So every time you go to the dojo, you have to have $100 like hidden on you, and they're like, "We're gonna fuck you up,"
and then make sure that they don't take it away from me.
Okay, that's super cool, man. I'm really glad you were having fun at the dojo.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it sounds pretty fun. Can you get your arm off the damn thing? It's squeaking and it's already annoying.
You should come to the dojo with me sometime.
I'm not gonna go to a dojo with you. I was actually
Bring $100.
I'm okay. I'm going to get my ass kicked, and I don't want to lose money. I'm already broke. I don't have $100 to spare for fucking dojo robbery money. But
it's not robbery money. It's training.
Whatever. They're like, this fucking idiot keeps coming in here letting us rob him. Because we just beat him up and take his money. He's like, I'll be back.
He's breaking in at 1 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you think it's dojo time because everyone's fighting you, but you're actually breaking in and everyone's just kicking your ass and taking your money. I was skating before I picked you up, and I ate shit.
Really?
Yeah. I was I bought a longboard, and I was just skating around. What the fuck? Why is everyone walking without their shirts on right now? Does that guy have a shirt on? Oh, he does have a shirt.
He does have a shirt.
Just like really tight and skin colored. Huh?
Yeah.
Does he?
I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't tell.
I don't know. It looks like he's not. It looks like his skin's like super pale.
But his skin can't be that saggy, can it? I don't think he's wearing a shirt. I think you're right.
Hey!
No, he's wearing a shirt. It's just really tight.
It is, huh? It's just like super tight and like kind of flesh colored. Anyway.
It's a hot look.
Yeah. I was skating earlier. I got a longboard and I was like just kind of cruising around, and I was on like a main street, and I was going toward. Oh, there's no traffic. It was like 11 o'clock. There's no traffic, but I was like just skating through like a main street, and I was going toward some like oncoming cars. I was completely fine the whole time. I was like cruising, looking at my phone, and then I guess I was like, I'm gonna go faster to like as they were coming toward me, I was like gonna try to cut back onto my street. And what the heck? You can't turn left, you dang bozo. Wait, but it said a one-way going left, but you also can't turn left. There's 2 signs up. Anyway, it said one way going left, and then the I was like this.
Left. Yeah.
But the one, I'm just gonna keep going straight because I know I can keep
Well, that
going
one says no left, but the one way is to the right.
Yeah,
so
but
that makes
that's
sense.
the way the other one was, but it was one way going left, but then also the sign said no turning left.
Then you just
I should have just went straight like me, old Greg.
That makes sense. Just that way, because then you'd just be blocking traffic until you were able to make that left.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Like during the daytime, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, see, it's right here too.
Yeah. See. That is true. Because, like, it's going to be just, like, flooded with cars right here.
Mm-hmm. Like, during the daytime, like, you would just block the street. So, they just want you to go straight.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, this one says you can't make a left or right.
But it's a one-way going left. Just go straight.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, the rule of thumb around here, you know? Keep it straight, bro. Keep it straight. Anyway, so I was skating, and I tried cutting in. Like, I was like, I'm gonna speed up because these cars are coming toward me. There's 2 cars, the only fucking cars out. These 2 cars coming toward me, and I'm like, I'm gonna speed up so I can, like, cut in front of them and cut onto my street. And right as I was going, I, like, just missed a fucking step or something, and the board slipped out from underneath me. So I fell back. It landed on my ass and on my back, and I, like, rolled because I was going fucking fast. So I landed on my ass and then rolled and, like, got all banged up, and then I had to get out of the way of fucking cars that were, like, driving toward me and who were like, fuck this dude, I'm still gonna hit him, I don't care. Assuming that's probably what they're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it was 11 o'clock at night, so it'd be like, who's gonna know?
Yeah, exactly. So I ate shit, and then I was like, okay, I'm going home. Well, I was like, I got beat up, but I was like, I had my adrenaline running, so I was like, I still feel fine. And that's when you're like, hey, can you pick me up? And I just found out you break into dojos at night. So, I would say it was probably time for me to stop skating because I munched it like crazy. But you did also interrupt my skate session. Just to, like, I don't know, brag?
You know the feeling you described when you said like your adrenaline was rushing and you couldn't feel anything? That's how I feel right now getting out of that dojo.
You've been sitting for like at least like 10 minutes. My adrenaline's still pumping, bro. Your adrenaline doesn't just go down after getting the shit kicked out of you in a dojo.
Ride that high as long as possible.
That's good, man. How much money have you lost at the dojo?
$1,000.
How many times have you gone?
4 times.
I swear that guy, if I didn't get you right at that moment, that guy was about to rob you. Because right as I pulled up and looked at him, and as you were walking past him, he was like looking at you, like checking you out. But not like that. But
what
like,
do you mean not like that?
Well,
Why couldn't it be like that?
I don't know. I just
maybe it was like that.
No, I'm assuming it wasn't like that.
But I am assuming it was.
That's fine, man. Okay. Oh, look, I just thought he was gonna rob you. I don't know. Okay, maybe he had other intentions. Maybe he wanted to ask you out on a nice date. Did I ever think about that?
No, he definitely had like malicious.
What the hell is that thing? Does it look like you have super long legs?
Yeah.
You don't have your glasses on. I just realized that.
I know. I just said yeah because I thought it would make me in the pool.
You're like, definitely, dude. That thing that you said.
But no, I can't see.
Rolled into a bad part of town.
I watched a Vampire Hunter D earlier today.
How'd that go?
And it went pretty well. I got all the way through. But
So you watched all of it in one sitting?
Yeah.
How long is it?
It's like an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, I thought that was a series.
No, it's just a movie. I watched it, and I had to find it on the internet through not necessarily legal means, and
nice.
not illegal,
but not
legal.
Legal. Wouldn't that make it?
It's a gray area. It's a gray. It's a gray market.
It sounds pretty black and white. Where you're like, it's not legal. It's like, so it's illegal. No, it's just not legal. There's a word for things being not legal. Do you know what it is? Gray area.
Anyway,
of course.
Nah. So the subtitles that it had on were in like
like Cantonese or like.
No, they were in English, but they were like they didn't put into consideration like the picture behind it, so it was just kind of like this white text with no kind of shadow on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was kind of hard to read, and since like I'm, a distance away from my TV, like I kept wanting to cry because like
Because of how beautiful it was?
Yeah, because my eyes kept getting like I was straining my eyes trying to read the subtitles, and I wasn't watching the movie.
Okay. That sucks. It
so
kind
I-
of ruins it.
So I had to put on my glasses to watch the movie, and then as soon as I put them on, I was like, "Oh wow, this movie's incredible."
Who'd have guessed, right?
Mm-hmm.
What an asshole.
This movie's really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of like, because I like watching like certain animes, or especially like kung fu movies. They'll have like the subtitles sometimes. Some kung fu, like a lot of kung fu movies, also have just like the English dub, and that's kind of normal to just have, like, just watch the English dub, because people in like with anime, people are like super crazy over English dubs and like, you know, whatever the native language was, you know.
I get why, because I found out recently that a lot of English dubs are actually censored, and they leave out a lot of. They actually change the plot or plot lines of the show in the translation, and so like to get the full, like basically like the full experience of what it was supposed to be, you kind of have to watch it in Japanese or whatever language it was in. Otherwise, like, you know, that could happen where like they kind of change the
I almost ran that way.
like they kind of change the relationship of characters, or kind of like a certain tone or something that the characters are saying, to censor it for American audiences. I think a really good example is Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon. In Sailor Moon, the English dub makes certain characters not gay.
That happens a lot with like with video games too. They do that where like they have Japanese games and they're like, everyone's fucking this and that, and then in America they're like, no, they're not. No one's allowed to be gay in America. No one's allowed to be black in America. No one's allowed to be this or that.
You can't be gay, black, or poor in America.
That's true. And look at us. We're all gay, black, and poor.
And Muslim. But that's a different story.
That's true. That's a whole other can of worms. And last time I checked, I'm not in the fucking worm business.
Should be.
Anyway.
It's the next protein.
Where'd you hear that?
And
just worms?
No, I heard it from an ice cream I tried once.
The ice cream told you?
It was the ice cream didn't tell me.
I don't buy it.
The worms in the ice cream didn't tell me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, no, the ice cream didn't tell me. The worms in the ice cream told me. Okay, don't be stupid and don't try to make me look stupid. Try to gaslight me.
There's a place that serves ice cream during Halloween time that has maggots and crickets in it.
Maggots?
Maggots, yeah.
Or something else.
No, maggots.
Are you sure?
It's maggots. It has little baby fucking worms in it. It has maggots. They're covered in chocolate, and then they're puffed like puffed rice.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to turn.
And would you be down to eat puffed rice maggots?
I don't know how I feel about maggots. I don't want it. Like, I can't doubt you because I don't know. But I feel like you're wrong.
What do you mean? It was maggots. It was maggots and crickets.
I just think you're wrong.
Maggots and crickets on like vanilla ice cream.
I feel like you're remembering it wrong.
No.
I feel like you're 100% wrong.
It's exactly what it is. It's chocolate covered maggots. No, wait, chocolate covered crickets.
See, it's not adding up. You're lying.
It's chocolate.
And you're lying through your teeth, and now the truth is starting to spill out. Your story's not adding up now, man.
It's chocolate covered crickets.
Whatever.
With puffed maggots, like puffed rice.
Sounds pretty good. I guess I'll try it.
There's a link in the description, and there's also a link where
It's just sitting on his Game Boy. Well, not sitting on his Game Boy, but he's sitting next to, like, he has like blankets and stuff. Like, he looks like he's supposed to be homeless, and he looks like a normal guy just playing a Game Boy.
That always tripped me out. Like, I always thought it was weird that homeless people have cell phones.
Why? They have Obama phones.
Obama phones? Is
How
that a
did-
thing?
Yeah.
What's an Obama phone?
It's like a free phone.
You can just get a free phone?
Yeah. It's just like a basic phone. I don't think I know the logistics of it, but it's basically like you go somewhere. Like, there's a place by my house that they always set up shop, and then they just give out fucking free Obama phones.
What the fuck?
They're not like good phones. They're not like iPhones or anything, or like fucking other phones. I don't know. I don't know anything about stuff, but like they're just like basic phones, like basic touchscreen phones.
Man, that'd be really convenient for me because the dojo keeps taking my phone.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I don't know why you would take like your phone each time if you also knew in advance that they were going to take it. Like if they were,
it's not so much that they take it; it's that it breaks every time. Because I just keep getting beat up.
They're like, you're like, why would they take a broken phone? That also makes sense why when you told me to like pick you up, it's like, you know, when your screen's broken and it keeps like selecting more buttons. It just seemed like you were having like an epileptic episode.
No, it was just broken.
I think if you keep getting your ass kicked like that, you might be in for a few epileptic episodes, which I'm surprised I said correct twice, and I said that sentence wrong. Fuck. Shit. That's what I felt when I was skating earlier. I was like, fuck, like
You
I
had
was
an
like,
epileptic
fuck,
episode?
Yeah. No, I was like cruising, and I was like, man, because I've never skated on longboard, and I hadn't skated in a long time. And I was going around, and I'm like, oh, fuck this, bro. Okay, yeah, hey, that's pretty good. And I ate shit like in front of the only people that were like around for miles, that were awake and like just happened to be. Oh, this is their license plate. Skirt.
Skirt 7?
Skirt 7. Skirt.
But anyways, so there was a link on the tub of ice cream that directed you to a website where you can buy maggots, and then it talked about how they were a great source of protein, and
I think it was maggots, man.
It was maggots. The Xbox Plaza.
I miss coming to the Staples Center, man.
I've never been here.
Really?
I came one time to the Nokia Theater to watch Survive play, and that was it. I've never been here for any other reason.
I think I actually went to the Nokia to see the first band I ever saw, which was In Flames.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw In Flames, All That Remains, Gojira, and some other fucking dudes. I don't remember. I was like 17, 16? I don't know, something like that.
I don't remember.
But yeah, I remember going there, and then this is where we come to go watch Kings games, which is super fun, and that's the end of that. It's just that fun. I miss going to fucking, I don't know, anything now, dude. Like, just like I would love to go wait at like a fucking Denny's to be like seated.
You can still do that, but
Oh, it's not the same though. Because then they're like, you can sit outside.
Listen,
I want to sit outside of fucking Denny's where people that know me might be able to
see
be like,
that you
look
went
at
to Denny's.
You go to Denny's, you fucking loser. When I go to Denny's, I want to hide. Like, do you want a table or a booth? I want a fucking booth, bitch.
Yeah.
You think I want to run the risk of anyone possibly walking in and they're like, they see me?
Here's the thing: if somebody walks into Denny's and sees you, they're also walking into Denny's. So you like,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're gonna eat there.
just, what are you doing?
I've gone to Denny's before and just to like go to the restroom.
That's true.
I'll go in and like they're like, oh, how many? I'm like, oh, it's just me. And then they're like, okay, you can have a seat. I'm like, do you have a restroom first? And then they're like, yeah, sure. And then they let me in, and then I just leave. And then they're like,
Where'd that guy go?
I don't know what they're like because
I left.
Yeah, because I left. Who cares? It was fucking Denny's, dude.
Yeah, that's one of those things that I keep seeing where
Denny's?
there's Denny's close to my job, and they have like fucking FEMA tents set up outside, so people can have, you know, outdoor dining,
Outdoor Denny's.
and there's like there's a certain caliber of restaurant that is not worth risking, like you know, like infection for, and Denny's is definitely in that list.
Like if you go to Denny's right now during like a pandemic, you deserve to get whatever
happens to you, you deserved it, because you fucking decided that you couldn't just get that Denny's to go. You had to have the experience of sitting at a Denny's.
First of all, you had to get Denny's of all things, and then you're like, not only do I not want to eat this in shame at my house, I want to eat it there in shame outside where everyone can see me. And you're like, you know what? Actually, I have more respect for someone and be like, yeah, I love Denny's. I don't maybe not more respect.
I wouldn't have respect for them.
But
I'd be more understanding. I'd be like, oh, so you're a failure.
Yeah, as long as you're okay with it.
You like accept that you're a failure.
Denny's is like the Burger King of like diners.
And I saw there's a place. There's also a Norm's by my house, and it has a lot of outdoor dining. And
that's crazy.
I've seen it on a weekend where it's like packed, like, and everyone's just back to each other, not social distancing. So it just looks like a normal restaurant. And I'm like, you guys are risking your lives and the livelihoods of others for fucking norms.
Like, if you were to tell me, like, if someone invited me to go to this steak restaurant and someone was like, hey, I'll pay for everything, it's just kind of, you know, I know everyone's trying to stay home, everyone's trying to just kind of social distance, no one's trying to eat out anymore, but I want to go to this place, like Burgos. Like, Burgos would be like, hey, I want to go to this really nice, fancy place, but I don't want to go by myself, so I'll pay for you, but just as long as you go with me. But, you know, COVID. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm down. Because maybe it's something like, he's like, oh yeah, they have shrimp the size of, I don't know, things that are bigger than shrimp.
Pumpkins.
You know, if shrimp get too big, they turn into lobsters?
Do you know if a lobster gets too big, it dies?
Really? What? How does that work? Whoa, I didn't. Is that 2 signs or am I tripping?
No, it's 2 signs.
Whoa, I was like, my eyes are just bricked.
You know what would be crazy? If they had 2 different sets of numbers.
Like, they're off by like 7 seconds, like a significant amount of time.
Yeah, like one of them says like, oh, it's about to turn, and the other one still has like 8 seconds on it.
And you're like, do I run or do I wait? Like, what do I do now?
It's weird.
Okay, don't act like you didn't just say that if it's not real. Like the lobster thing.
Oh, that's right. So lobsters are immortal.
What?
Yeah, lobsters can't die.
But I eaten them.
Well, that's because they were murdered. But like lobsters don't die of natural causes. Like, what happens is, or like they'll usually get eaten.
I'm ready to get my mind blown or to yell at you for saying the stupidest shit ever and wasting my time. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, lobsters usually die because of like either predators or like, or maybe like, you know, disease. Like they'll get sick, but like biologically, they don't age. Like they just keep getting bigger, and they keep molting, and at some point, when they get too big, like the energy that it takes to molt is too much to like it's basically like it's too taxing for them to molt one more time, so they just die. Like they get too tired from molting and they die.
So it's not necessarily like the way we age and then just like our body gives out. It's like they're constantly like renewing themselves, but then eventually gets to a tipping point.
Yeah.
Where it costs more energy than you receive. Like,
yeah.
Like, arguably, that means they're not immortal, and eventually that's just how they die. But
no, but there's a possibility of the lobster just, if you stop that process of the lobster molting, it could just live on forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, arguably, that's how they die. Like, they're not immortal. That's how they die. They molt, and then eventually they just die. But I see what you mean, and like why that is like a thing, or like why that makes sense. Makes my skin itchy, my back hurts because I fell. As soon as I felt fine, but I was like, I'm gonna hurt like a motherfucker tomorrow, and I work tomorrow. And I also felt. I also my throat got dry. I also fell so hard that it gave me a headache, and I've had a headache.
That might be a concussion.
I didn't hit my head though.
Oh.
I don't think I hit my head. Like, my head doesn't hurt, but I didn't hit my head. Like, I hit my back. I hit my back, and I think I got like whiplash.
Oh, okay.
I think it just because like I said, I was going fast and I fell and like kind of rolled. So I think, and I got up super fast. So I think I might have like given myself some heckadank whiplash. I was actually thinking, you know how I think in like how goldfish, you put them like in a big bowl, they'll keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
Like to match the size of like what's the biggest gold? I'm sure you can Google it, but I don't want to, because I want to be able to kind of have that.
How big can you make it for goldfish? Like, does it always fill the size of its container? Like, if I maintain a swimming pool with a single goldfish in it for a long enough amount of time, will it become huge, or will it turn into a dragon like Gyarados?
Oh, maybe. You know what? Probably not. But then again, how big of a vessel can you get? Like, maybe you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get a goldfish, and then you get a big like aquarium tank, and it fills it, and then you're like, fuck, now you're not gonna bitch out of your experience. I feel like it would die before it got too big.
Do you think it's like the lobster, where like eventually just like it takes too much energy to become bigger, so like it just kind of dies?
It'll molt.
Well, like it doesn't keep growing.
That's true. We don't molt either, I guess. You know, maybe.
But we also don't keep growing.
Man, these things are confusing. None of this is adding up. This God character, there's some plot holes in some of his characters that he's making.
He made Immortal Shrimp, and
Immortal Shrimp.
Yeah,
I heard that was Immortal Technique's first name that he tried out.
It was his restaurant that he tried starting.
Immortal Shrimp. Yeah.
Like, did you know that Steve Aoki has a pizza place?
No. Why would I know that?
Just cause, like,
one of my cousins looks like Stevie Aoki.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot like him.
It's crazy.
But he doesn't own a pizza place, and he's also not Stevie Aoki. He just looks like him. But he also doesn't own a pizza
Stevie
place.
Aoki has Stevie Aoki's sister is. I found out Stevie Aoki had a sister that's also famous that doesn't have the Aoki last name.
Really?
And I was like,
what's her name?
I forgot.
Not that famous, I guess.
And I forget her name. I don't know who.
What does she do?
I don't want to look it up.
Okay, well, what does she do? Like,
she's an actress, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Who cares? They're not even real.
They use fakers.
If you could be famous for something, like if you just got to choose, like right now, what would you be famous for?
I'd be famous for inventing something.
Like what?
Like,
a way to keep shrimp alive for, or what was it? Goldfish?
No, it was. What is it? I would invent a molting mechanism for humans where we could just keep aging forever.
Whoa! Human molting is the most horrifying pair of words I've ever heard together. No, thank you. That's
molting mechanism.
Yeah, that's even scarier. That third word, because that means that's something that's going onto you and making you molt.
Like, imagine something grabbing onto your back and then like.
It's going in through my back?
Yeah, well, it has to go in through somewhere. Where would you want to go start? Through your feet? That's even weirder.
I don't know. I didn't know a place where... I didn't know where to start. You didn't give me a second to even process the thing that you said initially. And now you're like, okay, well, where do you want it to go? Those cops were staring at me when I was passing. They're like, ooh, we're going to get you, boy.
Yeah, like it would go in through your spine, like start from your spine.
Okay.
And just pull. Like how do you crack open a shrimp? It's from the back.
Okay.
And then you
This
would just
isn't
do that
about
to you.
shrimp, though. It's lobster. Same difference.
It's about humans.
But that's
it's
the
about
thing.
molting
It's
humans.
an adult shrimp, which is a
lobster?
Yeah.
A langoustine.
No, it's different. Anyways, that's fucked up, man. You just came up with that off the top of your head, or is that like something you thought of for a while?
No. I mean, and now it's cooking. Now I'm thinking about it.
Now I think I know how I'm gonna get famous, but
it was off the top of my head for sure.
I think you're gonna get a text later and be like from Elon Musk wanting to know your location.
I'm gonna end up like fucking The Fly. It'll be half man, half shrimp.
Yeah, cool. Where's that movie?
What I really want to end up is Lawnmower Man.
Lawnmower? What the hell are you talking about?
Have you ever seen Lawnmower Man?
Did you just hear me say what the hell are you talking about?
I mean, maybe you just didn't know. What? I don't know. You're right.
Tell me.
Anyways, Lawnmower Man.
Okay, hold on. What's Lawnmower Man?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Can you enlighten me?
Lawnmower Man.
I'm glad you asked.
I'm glad you asked. It's a movie from, I believe, 1992, where
It sounds like you're making it up, man.
I'm not making it up.
It's like the maggot thing all over again.
It's not. Lawnmower Man is real.
But the maggot thing was fake. I told you.
No.
I knew it.
The man with the lawnmower is real.
There's the maggots.
They're also real. How do you think the fly happened? It started with a maggot.
Never mind. What? Tell me about your fucking stupid movie.
Anyways, The Lawnmower Man is a movie where the government is trying to make super chimps to make it's trying to find a way to make super smart chimps for war, so they can use chimps as disposable soldiers as opposed to having to use humans. So they're trying to like find this drug that would like make the chimps super smart and be able to like obey commands and like
Yeah.
it also has like an aggression like pheromone in it or whatever.
Okay.
To make them like violent, to which so they can use it for war, which is insane to me because like how is that practical in any way? Like you have to raise thousands of monkeys.
Yeah, like that sounds like you'd be better off just sending in, I don't know, soldiers, regular people who already know how to take commands, and who most soldiers are pretty much already just
like
angry
about as
monkeys.
smart as a chimp. Yeah,
Yeah, they're just already just angry chimps.
Yeah. So the doctor in the movie decides that he wants to try his experimental drug on a human being. So he decides that, and I'm quoting the movie here.
Okay.
These aren't my words, but that a retarded person would be perfect because no one would miss them.
Holy shit! And then, okay, you said this came out in the 90s?
Yeah, it was 1992, so it's fine. It was. That's how it was at the time.
Yeah,
it was okay.
Everyone's just like, look.
Yeah. So he starts giving him the drug, and he starts to become super smart.
Like a monkey?
No. There's he gets the
thing that they give to monkeys.
Yeah, he gets.
I don't know why I thought that they were gonna give the thing to him, and he was gonna turn him into a monkey.
No.
Like a fighter monkey.
They give him the smart medicine.
Okay.
And he starts to become smart, but the drugs get switched. And the original drugs that he takes to become super smart don't have like that aggression factor thing on it, but the drugs get switched, so it does start. He starts to become really aggressive. and like super smart and super aggressive, and starts to like find revenge. It starts to get revenge on people that like wronged him when he was retarded.
This is already like the most insane premise. Just like, I feel like this is the way the board meeting went, where they're like, and then this guy's like, they give it to this like guy who's retarded, and then he's like now super smart but violent, and he wants to get even with the people that called him retarded, and they're like, are you crazy? That's the greatest movie I've ever heard. Because
not only that, not only does he get super smart, he gets so smart that he gets psychic powers.
Because that's just the natural progression of it. It's like how shrimp become lobsters, and lobsters get too big.
He's the next step in human evolution. So that's the thing about it. Like, it's called Lawnmower Man because he was like a custodian.
Okay.
Like he was just like literally the Lawnmower Man.
Yeah.
And then he becomes super smart. And gets telekinesis.
That's insane. That is really, everything about that like plot is so like of the time.
It's not. I'm not done either. Like, there's more to it. So there's so when he becomes super smart, he decides that he wants that he's gonna transcend into the next step of human evolution by connecting into
a lawnmower.
No.
Oh.
There is a scene in the movie where he connects somebody into VR, and he melts their brain by he melts their brain by turning into a lawnmower and literally lawnmowing his brain. There's also a scene in the movie where he has cyber sex, and he gets so aggressive in cyber sex that he literally blows the mind of the girl that was connected in VR with him, and erases her entire brain. This movie is incredible.
That sounds like something like a 13-year-old would say to like lie to people. It'd be like, dude, I was in VR with this girl, and like we were having like cyber sex, and like I had cyber sex with her, like so, like it was so good for her that like it erased her mind in VR. And they're like, what? Like they're just like, yeah, like she was just like that's what it sounds like. But also the whole movie sounds like that.
Yeah, this was the mind of a 12-year-old in 1992.
Yeah.
So when he becomes super smart, he goes into the lab, he wants to connect to the mainframe of
just the mainframe.
Yeah, it's 1992. They didn't know. Into the mainframe to connect into all the technology in the world, and then he
which also it's one of those things where like in old movies where they're just like, we're gonna connect to like the mainframe, and like to them it's like a single computer that's connected to all the lights and computers and every like street lights and this and cell phones within like a mile.
Yeah,
that's the way the mainframe is.
There's a line from his name is Job.
The main guy, Lawnmower Man?
Yeah, Lawnmower Man. Lawnmower Man himself. Where he says that he will people will know of his birth when every cell phone and when every telephone in the world rings at the same time. And that's how everyone will know that he has connected into like his
the mainframe.
Into the mainframe, and he's been reborn as all technology.
Like the mainest frame. This is probably like the coolest movie I've ever seen. I actually just watched.
You should watch it. It's incredible, and also it has state of the art CG from 1992.
Yeah, well, with a pitch like that, I would hope so.
And just to recreate the world of VR, and it looks. The beginning when you turn on your I don't know, how old are you? Like 8 years old.
And I'm 27.
Well, at the time, you're 8 years old. You get home. It's Christmas. Your parents didn't get you anything. So you wait another
just
couple.
Like when I was 8 years old.
So you wait. So you wait a couple years. and then your cousin got a Nintendo 64, so you go over to his house, and he has Super Mario 64, and you turn it on, and you like the first thing that you see is the logo, and then Super Mario himself comes up. It's his face, and you have a little hand, and you can move his face around, and you're like, wow, this looks great. This movie's not anything like that.
Now, imagine as you're doing that, your mind gets melted from how good of the sex it is with Mario.
It actually looks more like. Do you remember the character models of what like GoldenEye looked like?
Yeah.
Where it was just like blocks with like human faces like just printed on them.
Yeah, it's like like Puppet Combo.
Mm-hmm.
Puppet Combo games.
Yeah,
That's Puppet Combo.
That's Puppet Combo. That's exactly what the CG looks like of the movie.
See, that's the thing. Puppet Combo does it intentionally to fit a certain aesthetic, whereas Lawnmower Man is stupid. It sucks.
It's not stupid. It's genius.
Speaking of stupid and genius,
With Lawnmower Man.
I watched a movie called I think it was called The Terrifier or some shit. It's on Netflix right now. Really, bro? Fuck out of my way. Ho. It's called The Terrifier, I think, and it's about this like serial killer guy who's in like a black and white clown outfit with like a little black hat, and it's like the movie is like basically just a B movie, not like the B movie like Jerry Seinfeld, which also is a crazy movie because I'm pretty sure that movie's about how a woman falls in love with a little bee.
It's not the only thing it's about, but it is part of the plot.
But is that not
It
like...
is a main part of the plot.
No, but
Like,
is that not like the most jarring? Like, if you watch that movie, your takeaway isn't going to be anything else. It's going to be like, is no one else going to fucking complain about this woman falling in love with this little stupid bee?
Well, I think there's important things. Like, there's the fact that the bee sues the world.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll bite. I've never seen the bee movie. I just heard that and I was like, that's fucking stupid.
No, the bee movie's got like a lot of outrageous shit. Like, not only does a woman fall in love with the bee, she helps him sue the world for honey.
Maybe I need to watch the bee movie because I watched The Terrifier, and it's supposed to be. I'm hoping it's supposed to be like a B movie.
No, somebody tried.
Where it's the thing is, it's kind of like just one of those like shitty like slasher movies, and it's just like these two like super hot girls that are walking and they're like drunk or something, and then stop to go get food, and there's this creepy guy in a clown suit who follows them and then ends up stalking them and like kills everyone.
He's the Terrifier?
Yeah, and it's just like, it's so ridiculous, and I was watching it and it was like I was having such a good time watching it. There's also a scene in it where, because the movie happens so fast, where like it starts and you see like they go into like a restaurant to sit and eat because they're drunk, and then the main bad guy, like the Terrifier, comes in and sits down and is just staring at them being creepy, and then like her friend's like, haha, look at this weird guy, haha, and she's like poking fun at him, and the other friend's like, stop, leave him alone, like that. Like just pretty normal horror movie shit. And then they leave, and then they're like, okay, well, I gotta wait for my sister to pick us up because my tire's flat or something. And then she's like, I'm gonna go inside and go to the bathroom to this like weird building that's being fumigated. She goes in, and the Terrifier finds her, kills her friend that was like waiting for her in the car. He ties up the girl, like the main girl, has her tied up, and then has her friend in front of her hanging upside down by her ankles, naked, and saws her in half from her pussy down.
Whoa.
While the other girl watches, and then the girl breaks free, gets away, and then starts kicking his ass. Like, he's like messing with her and like kind of stalking her and chasing her around. And then it gets to the point where she like gets something and starts fucking him up and starts hitting him. And then she's like, get up, you fucker, and says some shit to him. And then I think he, like, stabs her in the foot or something, or she's already stabbed. And then he just gets a gun and shoots her. It's like during this, like, scene where he's, like, trying to get her. And then she finally starts winning. And then he's like, fuck this. And he pulls out a gun and shoots her. And then walks up to her and shoots her in the face, like, 5 times.
Jesus.
And then he's like... And then, like, her sister sees. Because she was supposed to come pick her up. But then I was like, what the fuck kind of horror movie is this? Like, where... Like, they wrote it. And they even wrote it like it was, like... He was getting his ass kicked and he's like, fuck this, I can't win. And shot her. Like, what kind of stupid cop-out is that?
Is that how the movie ends?
No, that's like 10 minutes into the movie.
Really?
Yes, the movie like pops off so fast. It's so stupid. But it was like, that's why it seemed like intentionally like B-movie-ish.
Okay.
Like it didn't seem like like
that was one of my biggest issues with
the B-movie
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Why?
Because at the end of the movie, the girl gets to just run away.
That's true.
And then they're like, oh, well, I guess she ran away. It's like,
okay, bye. Yeah, I don't really remember that movie. I remember watching it and then seeing when they go into, like, when they see, what's his name? Dr. Evil? I don't remember.
I just remember Captain Spaulding.
Captain Spaulding's man. They, I don't know. They just fucking... I remember it gets, like, super nuts at one point, and I'm like, what the hell?
It's a weird movie, like, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's to the point where, it's... That one is purposely B-movie-ish, like...
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of cops right here.
Yeah, we pulled up to the fucking police department.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Weird. Must have taken a wrong turn. Oh, please don't turn around. Oh, no, he's going. It's real. The cops go to sleep at night.
I used to park and then...
Anyway. I don't remember House of a Thousand Corpses that much.
Wait, so... Alright, so... The Terrifier... kills these girls at the diner or whatever.
He kills them. He follows them because they're like drunk, and they go to eat somewhere, and then this guy, like this weird clown guy, starts staring at one of them, and they mess with him, and then they leave, and then they're waiting for like the girl has a flat tire, so the main girl she's like, I'm gonna have my sister pick us up. So she calls, and she's like, okay, I'll be there. And then the girl's like, I have to pee, because they've been drinking. She's like, I have to pee. There's a weird house being fumigated. She goes out, there's this guy, he's like, I really shouldn't be letting anyone in at this hour. And the girl's like, please, I have to pee. And he's like, alright, well, when you put it like that. And then she goes in, and then the Terrifier, whatever, I already forgot, goes to the friend who's waiting in the car, grabs her, takes her inside, and then just kind of messes with everyone, and then gets his ass handed to him, and he just shoots the girl, and it's like 15 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, so it's trying to do that like slasher / like stalker movie where like it starts at the beginning with like, or like kind of like Scream, where like
where like they see someone who's like messing with them, and then they like, you're that guy from earlier.
Yeah, like they just start the movie with like the slasher like killing some like random people.
Yeah, but the movie just starts with them. They're like, oh, we're all drunk, and then they walk into like a pizza place to get food, and then this weird guy in like black and white clown makeup just walks in and starts like staring at this girl, and she's like, what the hell? And then they're like, naturally they kind of, one of the other girls like drunk and kind of messes with him and like sits on his lap and takes selfies with him or whatever, and he's just staring at them all crazy. And then it's like he's just the bad guy. Like he comes in, he just stares menacingly, and then you're like, oh, so he's the bad guy? And then yeah, he's the bad guy. And then you think like, oh, this girl's gonna, like, this is the main character, obviously. She's like the one who's like stop, like, don't, like, leave him alone. Stop being he's so weird. And the other girl's like, who cares? What are you looking at? Oh, let's take pictures with them. Like, whatever. Being stupid, like, okay, obviously you're gonna die first. The other girl's gonna be like the survivor character. Okay, pretty standard stuff. And then, like, 15 minutes in, there's a girl getting sawed in half from her pussy down, and then the other girl starts winning and beating his ass, and then gets shot in the face. And then you're like, what the hell?
So who does he stalk after? Like,
Her sister.
There's
Her
like
sister.
45 minutes left.
The
of the
girl.
movie or whatever.
Yeah, the girl's sister, who's supposed to come and pick her up, shows up and sees her get shot in the face. And then he sees the girl, like the sister, and he's like, okay, now I'm gonna kill you.
And then the rest of the movie's just like,
it's just him killing, like trying to stalk this, like trying to find this sister, and then other characters who are just introduced, and then they just get killed, I guess. It's just a fucking ridiculous movie. But it was good only because of the fact that it seemed like a shitty B movie. It's just like a shitty B movie. It's not like a, I don't know, Lawnmower Man, where it's like they're trying to be, probably, I hope they weren't trying to be, but I feel like they were trying to be like, this is a fucking dope.
oh no, absolutely. There's movies. Lawnmower Man is played 100% straight.
That's even more insane.
Yeah, and it's
Because Lawnmower Man sounds like a movie that would be made now as a movie that made fun of movies from like the 90s and 80s.
Yeah, but that's
real.
why they can make those movies now because of movies like
dumbass-
Lawnmower Man.
Jesus Christ. It even has a stupid name.
Lawnmower Man. It's based on it's based on a Stephen King book.
Even weirder.
That has nothing to do with the book. So the movie is so different from the book that Stephen King sued the production company.
Really?
Yeah, to get his name off of it.
Whoa.
Because he was like, this isn't my story. Like, this has absolutely nothing to do with me or my name.
So, like, what was any of it at all related to?
So apparently there's a single scene in the movie that is pulled straight from the book. That's not even like an important scene. And then the names of the characters are the same, but everything else about it is a complete rewrite that has absolutely nothing to do with the book.
Look, MeUndies, our sponsor. Just kidding. Haha, JK, unless. Anyway, unless there's a cut at some point, there's a sponsor, but I don't think so.
But yeah, like Lawnmower Man has absolutely nothing to do with the book. Like, if none of the like VR shit happens in the book. I don't think there's a slow character in the book either. Like, there's a lawnmower and there is a man. But that's about it.
Interesting. That doesn't take that. That's not like enough for there to be a connection to, like, this is basically the same thing. Yeah. This is the book. This is based off the book.
Yeah, there's
a lawnmower in the book. There's a lawnmower in our movie. Blows a girl's mind.
Yeah.
Or someone else. I don't remember.
No. He gets.
Oh, a lawnmower or someone else. Oh, look, MeUndies.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Deja vu.
You get House Leaves?
No! No! Never again.
Dude, it's my favorite restaurant in LA.
Spoon?
By H.
Spoon by H?
Yeah. It's my favorite restaurant in all of LA.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
It's
Shit, is this one lane?
Yeah, it is.
Sure is. Jesus Christ. My bad. Sorry, man. It turns into 2 lanes.
It's weird. Why would it do that? But anyways, but yeah, that place has the best Korean food.
Ranked?
Like, by me, yeah.
So you'd say though that's like your favorite place to eat in all of LA?
Yeah, like if I could eat there every day, I would be
400
so
pounds.
happy. And no, I'd be in pretty good shape because it's like relatively healthy food and like it's a lot of fruit. So it's like a dessert cafe.
I don't know. That already sounds like it's gonna be 400 pounds on you.
It's Asian dessert, dude. They just eat grapes and whipped cream.
That whipped cream's not. Never mind.
Not a lot. It's just a little dollop, and then
I don't know. Those dollops add up. If you're eating it every day, What do you think you could eat?
A dollop of every day.
What like if you had to eat at one place every day for 3 months, what
One
place would
place every day for 3 months.
you? Yeah, and you have access to like their full menu, but yeah, you can. It's for 3 months.
Would all my 3 meals be from the restaurant?
Yeah.
Assuming like I have 3 meals a day.
Yeah. Yeah, don't act like you're not eating fucking. You're gonna be getting up at 2 a.m. to go to your personal fucking. Now you have your own personal restaurant.
What restaurant would I eat for 3?
Like you get picked like fast food. You pick like a luxury fucking restaurant. Eating caviar every day, bro. Dollops of caviar, boy.
Boy. I would eat at. That's a good question. I probably spoon by age, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I feel like 3 months is a really long time.
It is a long time
for eating at the same place. Because my first thought is like quantity over quality, like Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box has a bunch of shit on their menu.
So you can have like enough variety to not eat the same thing.
Yeah, like there's at least like 30. Bless you. There's at least like 30 items on their menu.
I thought about that, but like
that's like a few days. Like you could eat like how many fucking what is it like jumbo jacks? Cause you could eat a jumbo jack a day for like a week and still like then you'll be like okay I'm over it and that's like a whole week down and your jumbo jacks are done or something. It's like Super Size Me. We should do Super Size Me but with different places. We'll all do our own Super Size Me where we all choose our own restaurant and that's all we're gonna eat for an entire month and see who dies of cardiac arrest first. That sounded like a funny idea until I said that. When I made that joke, that's when I realized how bad of an idea that was and how expensive it was going to be. Because I remember that movie in my head in Super Size Me. He ate there and was like, "I'm having the time of my life."
Here's the thing about Super Size Me that is an issue, and why he got fat and had a cardiac arrest is because he was eating supersized meals for every single meal. He could have just gone to McDonald's and gone and like, I'll just get a sausage McMuffin and a side salad and I'll be good.
But that was the thing. He's like, every time they ask me if I want to supersize it, I'm gonna say, "Fuck yeah, you little pussy."
Yeah, you could just say no. I could be like, no, I'm alright with the small, thanks.
There's no time for no pussy ass small boy. You got a big pussy, not a small pussy, boy. I wish I didn't say that right now.
I wish you didn't say it either.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just something about the term boy pussy. It always puts me off. I don't know.
What would be your restaurant? I thought about like a restaurant that had a lot of variety. Like Chinese food places that just have like 100 things on the menu. I could just eat something different every day.
Like dim sum.
Yeah. But I also don't want to eat those 100 things as well. Like there's a reason why like you go to a restaurant and then you pick out like what you want to eat at the restaurant because you don't want to eat all the other things there.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't really think about that because it's like when you go to a certain place, even if it has a bunch of stuff on the menu, you're not necessarily ordering that all the time. And there's probably a good amount of stuff, like depending on where you're going, there's probably some stuff that you don't want to eat anyway.
Like if I were to go to a dim sum place, I don't want to eat fucking chicken wings and Coca-Cola sauce. Like,
why not?
And because it's disgusting.
What do you mean? You know where I would go?
Where would you go?
I'd go to Denny's. Anyway. I need a beer. We have a few minutes left.
Let's go get a beer.
Sometimes you just gotta start with living.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
live it up.
living.
Live that dream.
Yeah. What's up?
If life is living, then I'm living it right. That's why we're still drinking and we're getting on high. If life is living, then I'm living it right. That's why we're still drinking